Oh, good morning, everybody. So, today I am going to do a little video talking about the two houses of Israel. Um, Most people, if you know the Bible, you know that in you know about this. There's some things that isn't taught in a lot of churches that should be. It's why I do not go, because I always find something I disagree with, or I, find something that's just biblically wrong, I think. And, or, it's, especially the denominational churches, the way they are, it's just, I can't go. But anyway, in 1 Kings chapter 12, it talks about how Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, how he became king. And, the people wanted him to lighten the yoke that Solomon had put on them. And so Rehoboam, was going to consult with his advisors and stuff, told him to come back in 3 days. Of course, he listened to all the people, all the young people, people in his age group, all his friends, and they just gave him the wrong advice. And he's like, oh, I'm going to make things tougher for you. And so, the house, the houses of Israel, they pretty much all but the tribe of Judah was like, okay, we're out. We're gone. We're going to follow Rehoboam. I should say all the tribes but Judah were saying, hey, we're out. We're done. Let's go back to our tents. We're done. We're gone. Let David rule over, Judah. We're going to have our own king. So they put up Jeroboam, son of Nebat, who puts them into idolatry. But, of course, the tribe of Benjamin goes with Judah. And so you have these two kingdoms. And Israel, of course, never goes back to the religion of the true God. Judah kind of flip-flops here and there. I mean, you have a good king, and then he'll go bad, or a bad king who will, turn good, or just a good king all in general. Not the kings of Israel. All of them were evil. Now, there were other peoples that the Israelites had conquered that also went with them, with all the tribes. You have, remnants of the Canaanites. You have the Kenites. You have Edom. Well, I guess part of Edom, but you got Moab, Ammon. So all the peoples that the Israelites had conquered are with them as well. But again, you have two kingdoms, two houses. The Jews make up the southern house, the house of Judah. It's kind of in the name. Jew, duh. I mean, it's kind of there. And so this is, who the Jewish people are. They're tribe of Benjamin, tribe of Judah. Although not all. There are some that went with Israel. And there are some tribes up in the north that decided they were going to come down. But the tribes, for the most part, stayed in these two places. North, south, Judah, Israel. And of course, the Levites in 2 Chronicles chapter 11, verses 13 to 17, were told that they ended up going just to Judah. Now, the Levites did not have an inheritance like these guys had, where they would get their own little tribal lands, but they would get, their own little places, of course, to dwell in. Levites are not counted among the 12 tribes. They're separate. Those were the priest class. They all go to Judah. And Judah, of course, they mix the law of Moses up with all the pagan stuff that was going on around them, which they were told by God not to do, and that's why God told them not to marry foreign women, was because of their religion. It had nothing to do with the color of their skin or anything like that. And so the 9, or what we call the 10 lost tribes of the house of Israel, were later taken captive by the king of Assyria to Assyria. But later, they would rebel against Assyria, cross over the Caucasus Mountains, coming into Europe, and then from Europe they would colonize the world, and of course, eventually they became Christian and started spreading Christianity throughout the world. House of Judah, later taken captive to Babylon, but they are allowed to go back. After 70 years, they return, they rebuild the temple, and they start a new religion, Judaism. That's where that comes from. And of course, over time, eventually the Jews are scattered throughout the world as well, just like the tribes of Israel were. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the two houses. Not everyone believes that, and there are certainly other groups out there that say, oh no, but we are the true Israelites. No. Jews and Caucasians are the real Israelites. Doesn't mean we're better, because we're obviously not. I mean, look at the bad things we've done throughout our history. And if you look at the history of Israel, and you look at the history of our history, they're very similar to one another. And that is not by coincidence. Now, not everyone agrees, and that's fine. Believe what you want to believe. I believe what I want to believe. And yeah, that's it. But anyway, it's a very interesting, especially when you start reading other books that are out there about this stuff. It's very interesting. You talk about the king line of David, where that is now. Yes, we still have a king, but he is just a human, and he isn't the true king. We all know who the true king is. It's Jesus. In order to be a Christian, you have to believe in Jesus. And in order to be one of God's chosen, you have to be a Christian. Now, again, believe what you want to believe when it comes to religion. I have no problem. You live your life, I live mine. And we can get along and be happy and just live. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll see you all later, and I hope you all enjoy your day.